how we'll see all these things? We're told through the eye of devotion, the lens of devotion. So when we go from Brahma to Paramatma, we go to Bhagavan. Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Samahatma Sadurlabhaha. Guru is saying the first personal representation of the upper world is realized in Vasudeva. And here Vasudeva means absent his potency. So Paramatma, we don't see the consort of Paramatma. Right? We don't see Paramatma with potency or Shakti. That's the beginning of what? Bhagavan realization, which is beyond the Vasudeva Sarvamiti, according to Guru Maharaj. That's Krishna still alone, personal but alone. And by his own analysis, when is that possible? From a distance. So here he's describing Paramatma being here, but going toward the Paramatma world, that divine world, the first really personal conception, Vasudeva, on the outskirts from a distance. He's saying like Everest is the highest peak, from the greatest distance you see Everest. But it focusing on Everest, like Sakshad Hariyatena Samasta Shastre, then the proof that you're coming nearer is you're coming in connection with the subordinate peaks that are surrounding Everest. So as we move closer in Krishna conception, Kintu Prabhoya Priyeva Tasya, Prabhu Priya, the one who is most dear to Krishna, the shift will go towards his potency. So we will say that Paramatma and Paramatma Gyan is the goal of the yogis, to see the Paramatma in their hearts, right? And within everything. But not so for the Bhakta. Bhakta, yang Shyama Sundaram Achintya Guna Swarupam, Hridayeshu Valokayanti. They're seeing, what form would they be seeing in their hearts within everything? Shyama Sundar, Shyama Goparup, Krishna. But to go in the reverse position, who is that Paramatma, if not an expansion of Bhagavan Sri Krishna? So if we want to take it that Paramatma world and the Paramatma conception refining, expressing itself fully, then we could make a case for that. But the full expression will have to be Bhagavan, which means Shakti and Shaktiman, Krishna and his potency. So Guru Maharaj is saying, going beyond Vasudeva Sarvamiti, turning to Krishna, and that means, two-armed Krishna and moving in that direction, but then the substantial aspect accompanied by his potency. And didn't we discuss something recently about Virata Rupa? And Taneva Rupena Chatur Bhujena, after Virata Rupa, then to the four-armed form, and then at last to two-armed Krishna. And this used to bewilder me when I was a teenager reading Bhagavad Gita, because I have to admit, at that time, I thought like chapter 11 was really cool. Because it resembled a psychedelic experience. Right? Thousands of, I don't even go, oh, here it comes. We don't need to take drugs, we just read chapter 11. But after that, in the end, when it would go, then he'd go from Virata Rupa to four-armed, Taneva Rupena Chatur, and then the two-armed. And then he would say to Arjun, this form that you're seeing now, this is the most confidential form that the highest people are ever eager to see. And I would, at that time, not being properly trained, that would bewilder me. I think, oh, not the 1,000 arms and the innumerable mouths and all of that. You're saying this two-armed form, even above the form, this is the form that the highest realized souls are ever eager to have a glimpse of. So therefore you'll see, interestingly, when you're in Bhagavatam, deep, 10th canto, and sometimes Krishna may be referred to as Paramatma. But here, the Supreme Soul, the saying like has that Brahman Paramatma. Now, what's Paramatma doing? Do you want to hear about it? His other life. Hare Krishna.